So what's going on, everybody? Hey, we're gonna check out this video from Liberty Hangout. Psychology student says men can be women. Can they?
What is a woman?
I think anybody, honestly, a woman is just somebody who, thinks they're a woman. I mean, gender is just defined by society.
Does someone with a penis, is that a woman?
Hey, I mean, I'd say if they're not actively using it, sure. Like, if you want to call yourself a woman, more power to you.
Have you heard about Harry Potter?
Yes.
What they're doing with Harry Potter, the new TV show?
No.
Okay, so you haven't heard of, are you a Harry Potter fan?
I'm a fan, but I've been distancing myself from it because,
Okay. Why?
I don't agree with J.K. Rowling's view on, trans people, but I'm fine with other people supporting it, more power to them.
What is her view? I honestly have no clue.
She doesn't really like them or think it's, I'm pretty sure she thinks it's a mental illness, which
Okay.
I don't, so
Okay.
I'm a psychology student, so.
Okay, so psychology student.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, from your perspective, because you're in psychology, and that's pretty important, if you could tell her or correct her with something, what would you say?
I would say, the science is changing on it all the time. Do your own research on it, read papers on it and that kind of stuff. Don't just...
The science is changing because men as a society, not just men, but men as a society are changing it. It does not change the biology whatsoever. The biology of it is not a hypothesis. It's not a group of people that agree on something and say, hey, this is a man, this is a woman. It's not that. The biology says what it is. And that's why you really shouldn't. I'm not going to say you shouldn't trust science, but you should take all science with a grain of salt. A little bit of a side eye on most science.
Assume, people. Just go out and talk to people, that actually, are trans and stuff like that.
What has she said about them?
That, it's not going to matter what you think. If you're born a man, you're born a man. If you're born a woman, you're born a woman. I personally don't care. Whatever.
And you think a man could be a woman?
I think whatever is in somebody's pants, that's their business,
Right.
not mine, honestly. So I don't care.
What is a woman?
I think anybody, honestly, a woman is just somebody who, thinks they're a woman. I mean,
a woman is somebody who thinks they're a woman. So you can just think it, and it's true. Regardless of all the evidence that we have to say that is not true, just think it. Just live in a society with no rules, no standards, and if you do that, that whole society is doomed to fail. Just however I feel at whatever this particular time, that's just what it is. And regardless of the science and the facts, not the science, but the facts of it, and if you don't go with it, you're homophobic, these type of things, you're a bigot, blah blah blah.
gender is just defined by society.
Right.
Like sex, yes, that is biological, but gender, that's just a social construct.
Okay. So if someone said, I'm a woman, what does that mean, though?
Whatever it means to them, honestly. Like some people would say, I shouldn't be considered a woman because I don't want to have children,
Well, your desire to have children or not, that doesn't define if you're a woman. Would you say that your ability to have children or not would? So having the organs
is biologically woman. She can't have children.
But she does have the organs that would make that. I think that's what they're arguing, right?
Like my grandmother had a hysterectomy. Does she no longer become a woman because she no longer has the organs?
I don't know. That's a good question. But does someone with a penis, is that a woman?
Hey, I mean, I'd say if they're not actively using it, sure. Like if you want to call yourself a woman, more power to you. I don't care.
So what standards do you place to be like, okay, you say you're a woman, that means you are XYZ. Or if you're like, are you a woman, what would you expect that person to say? What standards are there to be a woman?
I don't have a standard for it. It's if somebody introduces themselves to me and they want to be a woman and they want to go by she, her pronouns, more power to them.
Like I said, no standards, no rules, no mutually agreed upon things to say that this is how we're going to conduct ourselves accordingly so we can have some type of order. Because if you leave humans just to do whatever it is that they want to do, your society is doomed. And that's the only solution. So this stuff right here, with this small percentage of people in our society, a very small percentage of people with a loud voice, and they have a whole lot of support from people up high. This stuff has to be stopped. And I think that is going in the correct direction right now.
Okay. None of my business.
Okay, what do you think about the people who might be offended by that, saying like, no, men don't give birth, women do. That's offensive towards us as women. We don't want men in our spaces, especially bathrooms or locker rooms. We think that that's important to, define women's rights and have a special place for women.
Hey, it's America. You're allowed to have that opinion. As long as you don't impose on other people, like I said, more power to you.
Okay.
Just don't be a dick to other people about it. Yeah. No pun intended.
Do you think that's the only thing that makes a woman is what's in her pants?
No, like I said earlier, that it's a sociology.
Hold up a minute. Hold up. We're going to go back a little bit. We're going to look at those teeth.
I think that's the only thing that makes a woman is what's in her pants.
No, like I said earlier, that it's a sociology construct, Society determines what it is or isn't. I mean, if you look at countries overseas, India has a whole section of genders. Mm-hmm. Like, their gods, there's over 100 of them. Not the gods, but, the genders that they can be.
Yeah.
So, biology-wise, maybe not. But as far as gender itself, it's purely sociological.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate your time. Thank you for staying here so long with me.
Oh, you're fine.
I appreciate it. Hey, it's me again. I came to ask you to donate to my Patreon at patreon.com.
So yeah, we see your Patreon, Caitlin Bennett. You do some great work with your street interviews and things like that, and the way that you conduct them is very informative. It's very non-confrontational. I don't know about your old work, Caitlin, but at least for this particular one, great job on this. But if you're on Facebook, you can search Mr. Info 5000. Go ahead and like that, comment on that, and share that. If you're on YouTube, you can go to Mr. Info Space 5000. Go ahead and search that. You see some of the over 560 videos that are up there on YouTube as well. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, all that wonderful good stuff. Peace.